It's homecoming weekend on the Palouse. We'll tell you which events to look out for.
And find out which former Coug is coming to Pullman for the first time since 2021.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Hello, I'm Ethan Kramer.
And I'm Monique Ledesma. Welcome to Murrow News 8. Homecoming is tomorrow here at WSU. The Cougar football team will be hosting Arizona at Giza Field. Kickoff is scheduled for 4 p.m. The Cougars beat Arizona last year 31-20, and the Cougs haven't lost a game yet. So we'll see if WSU will keep their home field winning streak.
A busy weekend is on tap in Pullman. WSU will host a pep rally Friday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the Lewis Alumni Center lawn. WSU volleyball plays Utah at 6 p.m. tonight in Bowler Gym, and the football team will take on the Arizona Wildcats at 4 p.m. at Martin Stadium tomorrow.
Tomorrow's matchup is not just homecoming for WSU, but it's also a return to the WSU Palouse for former WSU player Jaden DeLaura. Only this time, he's on the opposite sideline. DeLaura played as a freshman for WSU in 2021 when he led the Cougs to their first Apple Cup victory in 8 years in Seattle. DeLaura, while a part of the WSU football team, was also named the 2021 Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. But at the end of the season in 2021, he decided to depart from the Cougar football team, and he transferred to play for Arizona. DeLaura said it's personal before the WSU matchup last year. As of now, due to an injury, DeLaura is not set to play in tomorrow's game against the Cougs.
There's a lot of excitement on the WSU campus for the homecoming game tomorrow. Austin Samuels went out to the RV lot to find out more.
WSU fans are already setting up in the RV lot and are excited for game day.
We're going to win.
For some Cougar fans, the tradition of tailgating has been passed down for generations.
My grandparents tailgated in this lot before it was really even a lot. So we've just kind of continued that family tradition.
This weekend is extra special. On top of it being homecoming weekend, Saturday also marks the return of former WSU quarterback Jaden DeLaura.
But we'll see. I wish him the best, wish him a healthy season, but we're going to put it to him.
Across the board, for these fans, it feels like another Coug victory at home is in store for Saturday.
35-24 WSU.
The festivities will ramp up throughout the weekend here at the RV lot, preparing for the 4:30 kickoff on Saturday.
Go Cougs!
Go Cougs!
Go Cougs!
Well, we've seen a mixed bag of weather this week. Maggie, how is it looking out there on campus today?
Thanks, Ethan. It really is such a beautiful day out here on the Palouse. As you can see, it is nothing but blue skies behind me. Today we're looking at about a high of 65 and a low of 44 with some light winds about 6 to 10 miles per hour. So you might want to throw on a light jacket, one of those WSU hoodies that you might have. But honestly, it is such perfect weather for our homecoming weekend. Later in the broadcast, I'll be sure to let you know exactly what the weather's going to look like for that game tomorrow and what you might want to bring as far as clothing goes. Back to you guys at the desk.
Last night, the League of Women Voters hosted a candidate forum where 4 candidates faced off to debate some of Pullman's most pressing issues. The debate last night was preparation for the general election in November. The election will take place November 7th, and ballots will be mailed to voters on October 20th throughout Whitman County. WSU students have been making their voices heard in the Pullman community. Our reporter Luke Sorensen learned how they are making a difference.
Some technical difficulties here at studio, so you're going to see me looking at my scripts throughout the show. College rankings and review website Niche
For Wiley Dowler and Dorothy
College of Agriculture, Human and Natural Resources Science, Carnes, as one of the 15 best U.S. agricultural science colleges for 2024. The ranking represents the valuable and impactful work of Carnes faculty, staff, and students.
Transfer student-centered events are planned from October 16th to October 20th. All current and prospective WSU students who have earned college credits at another school are invited to workshops, presentations, a paint and sip, distressing session, and celebration of National Transfer Student Week. The first event will take place at 10:30 on Monday morning on the Terrell Mall and will end at 11 a.m. Friday in Q303.
And the University of Idaho will host a groundbreaking ceremony tomorrow at 4 p.m. at the build site of Perimeter Drive. The building will be the new home for Vandal Brand Meats. The College of Agriculture and Life and Science is constructing the Meat Science and Innovation Center honoring Ron Richard. The late Ron Richard was a longtime manager of Vandal Brand Meats. The new building will replace the current building that was constructed in the 1960s. The new state-of-the-art center will allow the college to expand teaching programs, research, workforce development, and public outreach opportunities. Also, after speaking to the Tin Tan's owner over the phone, he mentioned that the Colorado location located down in the basement is going to be moving to where Oasis used to be. So right now we don't know what exact date they're going to be moving locations, but keep in mind that the location will be moving near apartment land.
After the break, we will give you an update on the new information from the attacks in Israel.
And find out which Republican nominee ended their bid for Speaker of the House.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
There. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Can I tell you another one? So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. What is a boxer's favorite drink? Fruit punch.
Israel military has warned 1.1 million people living in northern Gaza to evacuate their homes. AIM signs Israel is set to ramp up its offense against Hamas. Following the group's October 7th terror attacks that killed 1,300 people, Gaza's humanitarian crisis is setting warnings that people are at risk of starvation. According to the Palestinian Health Ministry, nearly 1,800 people have been killed in Gaza.
The former leader of Hamas called Muslims to stage global demonstrations in support of Palestinians on Friday. Khalid Masal, who served as chief of Hamas from 2004 to 2017, said we must head to the squares and streets of Arab and Islamic world on Friday. We will continue to update you on the conflict as it continues.
The Republicans' party nominee to be Speaker of the House, Steve Scalise of Louisiana, abruptly ended his bid yesterday after he struggled to gather support aimed divisions that approved far from mended even after his emergency as front runner. The U.S. Department of Engineering will invest $1 billion to make the Northwest a hub of hydrogen fuel industry, a key point of the infrastructure legislation Congress passed in 2021. President Joe Biden will announce the Pacific Northwest Hydrogen Hub and 6 other regional hubs. In a speech in Philadelphia today, the administration says the 8-year grant program is expected to create 350 permanent jobs and construction in Washington, Oregon, and Montana while harnessing the region's hydropower capacity to accelerate the nation's adoption of lower carb transportation options.
The NHL has banned rainbow-colored hockey tape. The updated guidelines say that players can't alter their uniforms to participate in themed events on the ice. The events include pride, hockey fights, cancer, as well as military appreciation. Brian Burke, the president of the Professional Women's National Hockey League, says that this is in quote, a surprising and serious setback. NHL fans have already reached out and expressed their disappointment.
A ring of fire will take over the sky tomorrow.
Find out when it's happening and how you can see it coming up next.
Days, months.
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
Years.
I'd like to give you this.
A lifetime. Can rush by without realizing what we're missing. But it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
Tomorrow's celestial spectacular will occur over North, Central, and South America as an annular solar eclipse, creating a ring of fire in the sky. Annular solar eclipses are like total solar eclipse, except the moon is at the farthest point in its orbit from the Earth, so it can't completely block the sun. Instead, the sun's fiery light surrounds the moon's shadow, creating the so-called ring of fire. According to NASA, an annular eclipse won't appear over this part of the world again until 2046.
It's great to have you back in the studio, Maggie. What kind of weather can we expect for tomorrow's game?
Yeah, that's right. We are looking at some beautiful weather for tomorrow. First of all, today's weather, so you can see it. We got a high of 65, a low of 44 with those light winds down there. Sunset is getting earlier. I mean, it can be a little confusing with all that sun, but it is still fall. Looking at tomorrow for our game, we are just going to continue to see that sun. We're going to have a high of 67 and a low of 46. Kickoff is at 4 tomorrow, which means that we are going to be right in that 65 degree once kickoff happens, although we will see sunset during that game. So I suggest a light jacket, but overall it's going to be beautiful, clear skies. And taking a look across the map over here, you can see Pullman, Spokane, Tri-Cities, everyone's seeing some sun, those nice high 60s, which is a real shift from the last week or so that we've had of rain. Unfortunately, over on the west side, they're still seeing some rain over there, as you can see. Seattle is at that 70, but Olympia's seeing those rains, and it is only going to get worse over there. But let's look at that 5-day forecast. As you can see, tomorrow is going to be beautiful sun all the way through the weekend. On Monday, we are going to start to see that slowly go down a little bit. We'll see some clouds. Tuesday, we are going to see some rain, although we aren't going to drop super low, but we are going to have a lot of wet days there. But then we're going to pick it back up near the end of the week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, Monique, hopefully this warmer weather is going to stick around for a while. As that colder weather this week and the rain, I hope it stays away, and I just love the warmer weather.
Honestly, yes. Yesterday I feel like was so cold and cloudy. I feel like that sets off the whole mood. My day will be so depressing if it's cloudy and not warm outside. So I depend a lot on that sunshine. So I'm hoping we get a lot of that sunshine.
Yeah, no, it's great to see that warmer weather for the weekend. So, But WSU volleyball is coming off their only loss at home this season. Austin will tell you what to expect in tonight's matchup.
And a breakdown of a unique rivalry of the Palouse is coming up next.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
This weekend, the WSU volleyball team will look to defend their home court. The Cougs will play the University of Utah tonight at 6 p.m. after suffering a close loss to third-ranked Stanford last Sunday. Despite the loss, the Cougs stayed at number 4 in the top 25 poll, which is the first time the Cougs have stayed in the top 5 for 2 straight weeks since 1995. Then on Sunday, the Cougs will take on the Colorado Buffaloes at noon. Well, WSU soccer takes the pitch once again today in Berkeley, California. I went down to the lower soccer field to give you a preview of this afternoon's game. Coming off of yet another up and down weekend, the WSU Cougars soccer team is in a precarious spot.
Everyone was kind of shocked and surprised that it was going that way.
After picking up their first Pac-12 win against Arizona, the Cougs were upended on Sunday by Arizona State in Tempe, losing by a score of 5-1.
No one likes the way we lost, especially letting in 5 goals. You never like to let in that many goals.
The Cougs are now just 1-4 in Pac-12 play, giving themselves an uphill battle to get back to the NCAA tournament.
We still control our own destiny here. That's what's crazy right now. We still control our own destiny with our RPI and everything that's going on, but we got to get some results now.
WSU is currently 46th in the RPI rankings, providing some optimism for their NCAA tournament hopes. but it's clear that this upcoming stretch is the most crucial point of the season.
The last 5, 6, 7 games, it comes down to those games. Now we just got to step up and do it.
The Cougs now travel to California to take on the Cal Bears, who are coming off of 3 straight ties in Pac-12 play. Kickoff is at 3 o'clock this afternoon at Edwards Stadium in Berkeley, California. Reporting from the lower soccer field here in Pullman, I'm Austin Samuels, Murrow News 8. The WSU marching band is looking to get new uniforms. The band added over 40 members this year and are expecting to add more in 2024. The band is looking to fundraise about $200,000 to replace their uniforms. Anyone who donates over $500 can have a name embroidered on the inside of one of the new jackets. Well, the WSU Academic Services announced their September Student Athletes of the Month yesterday. Football kicker Dean Janikowski and volleyball outside hitter Iman Isanovic were the 2 student athletes that showed exceptional work ethic for their teams and in the classroom. WSU women's tennis is looking to make a strong impression down at Stanford as they start the ITA Northwest Regionals today. Sophomore Ava Alvarez is headed into the tournament as the number 9 seed in singles, while the duo of Alvarez and Elise Say is seeded 4th in doubles. Across the border in Moscow, Saturday is the 88th Battle of the Little Brown Stein, the matchup between the Idaho Vandals and the Montana Grizzlies. Both teams are 5-1, with the Vandals ranked 3rd in the country and the Grizzlies ranked 16th. Montana has dominated the rivalry over the past decade, but the Vandals pulled off a massive upset last year in Missoula. Here's what head coach Jason Eck had to say to Vandal Nation.
Vandal family, Coach Eck here. Excited about this big game. Kibbe Dome, Saturday night, 7:30, ESPN2. But even better if you're sitting right in those stands cheering us on, being really loud when Montana has the ball. We need you there. We also need you there early because lines have been long to get in. This is going to be close to a sellout crowd or a sellout crowd.
Saturday's matchup is also homecoming for U of I. Kickoff is at 7:30 from the Kibbe Dome. The game will also be broadcasted on ESPN2. Well, it's Friday, which means we have another edition of Friday Night Lights. The Pullman Greyhounds are down in the Lower Valley, taking on Clarkston. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. Moscow is at home tonight, taking on 4-3 Sandpoint at Bear Field on their senior night, while Colfax is still searching for their first win as they host Kettle Falls, while the Loggers of Potlatch will hit the road as they take on the Lapway Wildcats. Logos of Moscow was in action last night, and they remained undefeated after beating Troy 68-18. Well, the American League and National League Championship Series are set. After the Phillies defeated the Atlanta Braves last night to advance to the NLCS, the Phillies will host the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are coming off a sweep of the LA Dodgers. In the ALCS, the Houston Astros, who defeated the Twins in 4 games, will host the Texas Rangers, who swept the Baltimore Orioles. Game 1 of the ALCS will be played on Sunday at 5:15 on Fox, while Game 1 of the NLCS will be played on Monday at 5:07 on TBS. The Kansas City Chiefs hosted the Denver Broncos last night on Thursday Night Football. The Chiefs came away with a 19-8 victory. They were led by star tight end Travis Kelce, who had 9 catches for 124 yards. 2-time MVP Patrick Mahomes also threw for 306 yards and a touchdown. The Chiefs now move to 5-1, and the Broncos fall to 1-5 on the year.
Thank you, Austin. Yeah, no, it's this Chiefs thing with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift is pretty cool. I noticed she was at the game last night.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that she's even has merch, the bracelets that have hers and Travis Kelce's name?
No, it's a really, really cool thing what's going on. A pop star sensation and a star of the NFL. You couldn't ask for more. But,
I mean,
yeah.
It's good for both ends in marketing because, I mean, she's profiting off of it, he's profiting off of it. I'm pretty sure the NFL is having the blastest time ever with this.
No, if I having all those Swifties now into football, they couldn't have asked for anything more. But, well, find out why it's a spooky day for movie fans after the break.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future.
I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls. Oh, yeah?
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Hey guys, today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. Look. Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud that was.
I know, I
sleep
heard,
through that.
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Bacon.
Welcome back. The WSU Board of Regents called a surprise meeting this morning to discuss Pac-12 legal issues. We were going to report on it, but there wasn't really any information released since it was held in an executive session. There were comments and questions after the sanction, but no meeting and no one attended. So really nothing to talk about with that. Everybody thought this was going to be a huge meeting, so too bad there was no new update, and hopefully the could have been a new conference, but I guess that's not.
Yeah, hopefully we get an update on that soon. I mean, obviously I know Cougar fans and, Beaver fans are certainly tuning in to, figure out what the heck's going on with that, with, the case getting delayed, and everybody just kind of wants to know where the Cougs stand right now.
Well, yeah. Well, today is Friday the 13th. The original movie starring Jason came out in 1980, and scary movies, they have come a long way since then. So, what's your guys' favorite scary movie?
I would have to go with Scream. I mean, it's iconic. I know there's a lot of them, but come on, it's like in the question you said, what's your favorite scary movie?
Exactly. Maggie, how about you?
I'm not a big scary movie fan, but I will say I love Sixth Sense. I think it's so eerie and it really makes you think about things with that plot twist at the end.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm going to go with Annabelle. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that.
Yeah.
It's a classic. It's definitely one of the more intense ones. Definitely the sequel is pretty spooky. I mean, it's, kind of dealer's choice whether you're into that kind of thing or not, but big fan of the Annabelle series for sure.
I do like scary movies. I would say probably my favorite one. I actually just went and saw one. I saw The Nun 2 about a couple weeks ago. Pretty good movie, but I mean it was pretty scary. I don't like that, being a little nervous on the. But it was a pretty good movie, yeah.
You know what scary movie I actually don't like though are the gruesome ones. Like Saw. Oh my gosh! One time I was eating a cream cheese bagel while watching the movie. Oh, I thought I was gonna throw up. I was like, why did I decide to eat this while I was watching this?
Those are pretty horrific. That's a pretty horrific movie. Saw. I just saw they released the new one that's in theaters right now. But thank you so much for watching Murrow News 8. If you want to watch any of our past episodes, you can find them on our YouTube channel. Have a great weekend.